Fat Bald-Sicilian, FBS. I am very grateful for Fat Bald-Sicilian. I'll tell you why. FBS created more channels than Comcast. Okay, FBS endorsed a lot of channels. He created a lot of channels, and I bet he can't count how many channels that he has helped to get monetized, and I'm one of them.
You know, and then it's not like you have no violence on your record until you're 30, and then one night you just decide to go out and kill a cop. It doesn't happen like that.
Fabrizio was always a tough kid. He was a tough kid. He had a nice punch. If you hit you, he would knock you the fuck out.
I already had the position. I don't want to say boss, but that's what I was. I had the position. I was made directly with New York, and I didn't have to answer to nobody in my area.
I didn't watch the show, so I didn't really understand the magnitude or, like, you know, how big this moment was.
But you know what? When De Niro asked him to let the old lady stay, you know, and she has to stay with the dog. Well, God, I've never started, huh? You know that scene? And he was like, "Stop."
Anytime I got to shoot at John's restaurant on East 12th Street, which was like a big mob hangout where like Joe the Boss Masseria would like hold court, and I got to work with Ivo Nandi, who played Joe the Boss. Those were some of my favorite scenes.
And the moment you walk in, I could recognize who's at the bar, who's in the table, FBI. And this is the first time that I meet Sonny Franchitti's.
As a matter of fact, outside the Bada Bing, Satin Dolls, we put a curtain in the parking lot. Everyone was wondering, why is that big curtain in the parking lot? We were rehearsing the hanging scene.
I'm living proof, guys. I'm living proof. I mean, no, I'm no millionaire or nothing, but listen, look at my life 4 years ago. I was in a fucking hotel. I was, you know, selling crack. I was snorting coke. I was drinking myself to fucking death. I was literally taking bags full of Ativan just because I wanted to die in my sleep. I was all alone, you know, and now I'm here. I have my family. I have a little bit of money in the bank. I got everything I want. And I got you guys in this channel. So if I can do it, any of you can do it. Yizzo, what's up, everybody? It's Freestyle Friday. Excuse me. There's not many people here, so I might just do shout outs real quick. You ready? Bobby Barbarian, Michael Hensley, we love you too. Beverly the Nice One Martin, Albaz, Sally, Maddie G, Jesse Roth, Jason Mikesell, Brooke Lynn, Stevie the Gypsy, Soretti, Gerard DeBleek, Jane Creek, Jenko Abindondo, Modern Day Pinocchio. I like it. Your name goes perfect with the avatar. And D. Gainey here. Oh, and of course, Albert the Truth-Telling Alligator. There you go. Oh, an alcoholic. Alcoholic. How you doing, my friend? There you go. Not bad. Maybe I'll shout out some more as they come in, but I just wrapped it up with the quickness. So, guys, first question. Where's Leon? Does anybody know yet? Does anybody know? Bueller? Albert the Truth-Telling Alligator, member for 8 months. I'm so happy to be a part of you guys. Oh, we're happy to have you. Thank you so much for being a member for so long. Modern Day Pinocchio, 99-cent super sticker. Thank you very much, JC. Appreciate that. Danger Man 200, formerly Ranger Fan 11. Someone cloned my handle, so I changed my name. Yeah, I figured that one out. What's up, FBS in chat? What's up, bro? Good to see you. We up in this bitch. Nico IRA on Facebook. I was at a meeting. What I miss? Of course you were. Of course you were. We know what type of meeting you were at, too. There were a lot of white hoods. Benny D. Over, she's doing good. Thank you for asking. GV with the pink hand. What up, what up? So, anybody hear or see Leon? I mean, I know as of yesterday, it seemed nobody did, but since then, just curious. Lisa Farrow, hey, by the way, let me just, let me go to my show. to my shop. All right. All right, good shit. Oh, okay. Joey Dimes, $5 for Leon was on today, I think. Thank you for the $5. All right. So it's good news and bad news. The good news is he's okay, I guess, relatively speaking. The bad news is he's still with Tony Pizza. So at least that question is answered. Leon is with Pizza. Yeah. Fucking shame, isn't it? Guys, things are getting crazy, huh? Things are getting crazy. I'll tell you what. Too many people have too many different fucking channels. I mean, I can't find a Tony SoFlo or Chicago Muscle live stream to save my life. I just can't. Today I went looking at SoFlo on. No, he wasn't on anywhere. Then later on, I found out he was on some other channel I didn't even know he had. Chicago too. Chicago somehow has two channels that are identical. See, I fucked up and combined two words there. Two channels that are identical to each other. Chicago Muscle and the Team Muscle Nuke Zone or Team Muscle Worldwide. I don't really get it. But I can't find anybody's shows anymore. So I give up. Jeff Canarsi, $10. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate you, bro. See if I make some money on a Friday night. Oh, he has 3 channels? That's why. Jesus. Well, that sucks. I was hoping Leon had a new beginning. Yeah, me too. Danger Man 200. Jason, the other night I was listening to MTR as I was trying to sleep, and he referenced that someone named Ranger Fan 11 was causing problems for him in Merlino's chat. FBS is the only chat I go in. Yeah, I meant to pass that message along to Canarsi, but he probably figured that out by now. So, listen, Friday's easy for me, guys, because it's up to you to come up with the content. It's Freestyle Friday. So I look to you guys for, subject matter. We could talk about a lot of different people without a doubt, and we'll have fun with it. But let's see what you guys got. Mob Talk with Jeff Canarsi. Yeah, it wasn't the real Ranger. My bad. There you go. Mob Talk Radio, by the way. Oh, you did? Oh, good. Okay. Code of the Microbe meets. Hey, guys, I had just gotten out of the pool that time. I sent my peach pic. Yeah, I'm sure that's why it looked that way. I'm sure. You talked to SoFlo recently? Nope. No. I don't know. I don't know what Tony's up to, but I'm the type of person I call you once, maybe twice, and then if you want to talk to me, you'll get a hold of me, you know? Did I see that one last night? I feel like I did see it, Dexter Morgan, but I don't know. I keep thinking of the MRE one. Tony Pizza. I think I saw part of it. He was talking about how he exposed the troll army before and fucked Tony Pizza all up. I'm pretty sure, but I don't get to watch any full show. It's not a thing. You know what I mean? You know what I've been listening to the last 24 hours or so, because I'm doing shit around the house. Today I was working in my storage again, so I put on some stuff for background noise. And last night while I was laying in bed, I put on that chapter. My favorite true crime guy on YouTube. Fucking fantastic. I wish I could create content the way that guy does. He's fucking amazing. How much content he puts out too is unbelievable. Anyway, I just can't. Every now and then I'll focus on a story and I'll listen to every word of it. And I'm like, oh shit, very interesting. And I'll take it all in and remember it. But like an hour ago, I put one on that looked like it was going to be a good story. And like a half hour later, it was still on. And I realized that I didn't hear a single word that was said up till this point. So, It's hard for me to focus on any one thing. A task or something, yes, but like listening to or watching something, it's a circus up here. It's a fucking circus. There's a lot going on. Ham Sammy, stand-up guy thinks trannies are gorgeous. That's a starting point. I don't know why my first content got removed. I don't know why either. He thinks. Well, did he say that though? Did he say he thinks trannies are gorgeous, or was it just that one? Oh, yeah, I guess so. If he considered one gorgeous, stand-up guy is a. I think stand-up guy is. What does pansexual mean? I have a feeling he's that. You know what I mean? I think he's down for whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to twist his arm. It appears that way. Listen, man, I'm sure there are some very convincing looking transsexuals and transgender people, whatever. I'm sure there are some very convincing ones, but I find it hard to believe that if somebody is about to blow me, that just by inspecting them a little bit, even clothes on and everything, just by looking at their face, the shape of their body, you would know. I'd like to think I would know that this is a dude if it's a dude, So I have a hard time believing that stand-up guy got fooled like that. I think he threw that story out there because he's been trying to break out of the closet like the Kool-Aid man. Oh, yeah. I think that's what's been happening. And or at least that's what happened in the beginning when he originally, threw that story out there. I think he figured, let me throw it out there, see how they handle it. And then maybe I'll tell them more and more and more, and it didn't go over well. So he stopped. But I just have a hard time believing somebody can drag someone out of a club, get into a car with them, and get a blowjob without knowing this person's gender. I have a hard time believing that. You could always tell. Listen, you could always tell. There was some chick on TikTok the other night. I was scrolling through my shit, and she's like working in like a restaurant or something, and she's doing her live, and she's talking to everybody. I keep saying she, my bad. He. And I'm like, there's something fishy about this broad. You know what I mean? Something doesn't seem right. And then she backed up from the camera, and you could see that she had no hips. And she was built like a straight line. Okay? Like a capital I. Well, a lowercase I. That's I never saw anybody built like a capital I. Anyway, that's what she looked like. And you could always tell. That's always a giveaway. Do they have hips or not? You know what I'm saying? Women generally have hips. They're not built like that. They have curves. And there's so many giveaways. Plus, you can look at the dude's face and, tell. And the voice, of course. The voice was a giveaway. And people were calling her out and shit. And, she kept telling them how she really is a woman and stuff, But the point is, I'm just scrolling through TikTok and I see this bitch. And within seconds, I know that it's a dude. You know what I'm saying? I can't imagine meeting somebody at a club, getting them to go outside with you to your car, and then, that other thing happening without catching on. How did he find out? Didn't he say he reached down and he grabbed a tree trunk or something? Isn't that what happened? How did he find out? I forget the story. Thank you all whom are in this wonderful community that carried my membership for the last 8 months. It really hurts me not to be able to afford to buy some memberships for you guys. Don't worry about that, Albert the Truth-Telling Alligator. Do not. Just thank you for being here with us. Cane Shades and some dude were trying to clown Tommy Stiggs on their show, but Tommy stood up to them pretty well. Is that because of Tommy Stiggs being on this show and the things he said? Because I thought they were all buddies before that. I'm always on Cane Shades with some other degenerate right now. We love you too, Michael Hensley. Wait a minute. Oh, yeah. Okay. He said it again. I'm like, and didn't I read that at the beginning? He said he reached down and grabbed a cack. Listen, man, I don't know. You know, I just he can't make me believe he didn't know. You know, I'm telling you, he was just throwing out he figured, let me just throw out this one little story. It'll be no big deal because I'll make it clear that, I wasn't happy about it. And I made the guy leave the car and, stop blowing me and all that shit. And we'll see if people are accepting of my sexuality. That's probably what he was thinking. And it didn't turn out that way. So now he sticks with, being heterosexual, but, the voice and stuff, Oh, that's not normal for a straight man. UNCM are the top 2 trash talkers. Thank you, Stevie the Gypsy. I do pride myself on it. Bobby Berberian. I was thinking about SoFlo, Chicago Muscle, and me. Three guys that all claim to be the best at this. You listen to any one of our shows and you'll hear us tell you how we're the best. It's actually pretty funny. Is it weird that stand-up guy knows where all the gay I don't know, bro. But I mean, I would go with yes. Definitely. It was a cry for help. Maybe it was a cry for help. You know what I mean? Maybe he's not happy with himself. The Adam's apple, of course, there's that too. But some people don't, some men don't have as pronounced, you know what I mean? Like it's not as visible, and pronounced as others. So I don't know. There's too many things though you can look at and say, okay, something is not right here. You know what I'm saying? Something is not right here. I'll tell you one thing. One time I was when I was working at that company building Harleys, I went into the bathroom, which usually it was hard to get into that bathroom because usually the paramedics were in there because somebody OD'd on dope. That was pretty much a nightly thing. But I was able to make it into the bathroom and I did my business and I was washing my fucking hands. And I turn around and I see what did appear to be a woman, like a Puerto Rican woman, walk into the fucking bathroom. And at first, it took a second. I'm like, what the fuck? And I turn around and looked. Nah, the jawline, every fucking thing. Even the hair, you could just tell. This is a dude, I didn't hear his voice, but I'm quite sure it was very, very deep, something like this. You know what I mean? That bathroom shit. I just heard a story about that fucking infuriates me. I'll just tell you. A fucking woman and her 4-year-old daughter. I don't know exactly where this is. Fuck did I hear it? Was it Rogan? Where was it? I don't know. A woman and her 4-year-old daughter, they were at a fucking mall or something, or a store, I don't know. And they went to the bathroom and a man came in the bathroom. According to him, he's not a man, but came in the bathroom and did something very graphic in front of the kid or some shit like that. Very, I don't know, something inappropriate. And the mother flipped out and went and told, I guess, management or whatever. If I got the story right, I forget every detail, but this is, the basic gist of it. Told management or called the cops or some shit like that. And she actually got kicked out permanently. The mother, for complaining that there was a man in the bathroom with her little girl. Very strange world we're living in. He's really upset you want to sodomize his wife, too. Well, I'm upset about all the threats. I'm very, very distraught, as you could tell. Somebody, stand-up guy, he keeps telling me to watch my cameras. So I've had to spend the last 4 days just walking around my house staring at my cameras. Told me to watch them. Yeah, right. Joseph Montanero, he said he had a cute Adam's apple. He probably did. Crime and Entertainment. Happy Friday, everyone. Happy Friday to you, my friend. Good to see you. Oh, no doubt, bro. So who was it, Jason? Was it or what was it? I mean, the reason for them. Let me see. Johnny Baseball or some guy in cane shades were trying to embarrass and clown him. Didn't catch the gist of it. What were they clowning him about? Do you know? Or is that your answer right there? You don't really okay. You just know they were trying to clown him. The bulge in the miniskirt wasn't obvious enough. I don't know, man. When you hear stories like the one I just told, though, it's like, what the fuck is this? It's because it's not just this country, the world in general, but yeah, this country. What is it going to be like in even 20 years from now? I mean, I don't know if I want to see it in 20 years. Even 10 years, the way things are moving. I don't know, man. I don't fucking know. It's going to be much different than it is now. And a hell of a lot different than it was in the past. You know, going back 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago. I fucked up my sciatic nerve by lifting something the wrong way. I keep forgetting I'm 45. Been out of work since Wednesday on anti-inflammatory and muscle relaxers, trying to go back to work for Tuesday. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, bro. I hope you feel better. Can tell men and women apart by their hands. A man's index finger is shorter than their ring finger. Women's yeah, but that's when you really, I mean, if a broad is so convincing looking that you got to go that far, I don't know, bro. I don't know what to say, but usually you don't even have to look that far. You know what I mean? I would assume, I don't know. I haven't been around a lot of them in my life, but the ones I see, and they're all over social media now, it's like, come on, you can't be serious. There's not one who I've said, damn, that actually looks like a chick. Never, not once. Never. I'm sure there are some out there, but I've never seen one. I like to go into a trans bathroom and take a nasty shit. Fucking Joseph. Deganey. Okay, talking to Crime and Entertainment. Sam the Man. Yizzo, good evening, everyone. I hope everyone had the best Friday they could have. Yes, me too, for all of you. Good to see you, bro. Get some donations going tonight if you guys like it. It's Friday. Why not? And like I said, we could talk about whatever. The good thing, I can still throw hard at least. LOL. Yeah. I was confused for 6 months at my job. I thought I was working with a man with a bad man boob problem, only to find out it was a girl all along. A bad man. Sorry. I put a bad man boob problem. Now I got you. Yeah. I've seen some. You ever see Howard Stern? He did he used to hold those crazy contests and shit. And he did like the biggest man boobs contest or some shit. That shit was outrageous. I mean, these motherfuckers had like, F cups, like gigantic, huge fucking titties that look like a woman's titties. Not attractive in any way. I just mean like the way they hang and shit. That shit is crazy. I never remember Seinfeld. Wasn't it George's father or something who created the man bra? Oh shit. I don't know, bro. They brought him and catch. Why? They were just going at him about everything. I don't know. Well, I only asked because, I said to Tommy Stiggs that night on the show, because you got to remember the things I got Tommy Stiggs to agree to. I got him not only to agree to the fact that, these guys are responsible for their own fucking problems, meaning these mob guys, when they get told on, it's their fucking fault that they were mob guys to begin with. You know what I mean? It's their fault. They were criminals. They got to take responsibility for that. He agreed with that. And I also got him to agree that rats aren't terrible fucking people necessarily. And mainly, I think the most important one was that mob guys are scumbags. That I got him to agree to that. So, I mean, I think he was getting abuse after that shit. But I give him credit. He said he didn't give a fuck on the show, and he probably doesn't, because you got to know when you give answers like that on this show, you are going to be outcast by those anti-rat motherfuckers, and that's Tommy's circle. Jason Mikesell, $50 for Let's Get It Going. Tell the chat to match. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Jason. You're the man, bro. And as you know, he's also one of the biggest sponsors of the show. And he said match, so it doesn't have to be the 50. Throw in a 5, a 10, a 20, something, The world is a fucked up place. Oh, yeah. Well, that shit was starting, like, as my daughter was in high school. You know what I mean? And was she even in high school yet when the bathroom thing started? Yeah, I believe so. Yeah. And I, at least, when I remember it becoming a big issue, I called the fucking school and I flipped the fuck out because she told me that, boys go in the fucking girls' bathroom now. And they gave us some spiel about how, it's not that easy. They have to show some sort of documentation that I don't know what the fuck it was. I don't know if it's that they have body dysmorphia or that they're somehow trans. I don't know what documentation can prove that. I forget what it was, but there was they claim there's all these things they need before they let the boys use the girls' bathroom. But, I don't believe them for a fucking second. But school was almost over for my daughter, so. Permanently, I mean, she graduated. Maybe a couple of years after. I forget exactly when that started. Didn't it start becoming a big issue right at the end of Obama's second term? I believe. I'm pretty sure. Gen Alpha will be in charge. Oh, God, please. Oh, Crime and Entertainment got a good one dropping soon with the guy that smashed Fogel in prison. Guy spent 30 years in the can and beat down 21 chomos. Nice. We should all celebrate him. And I'm glad he knocked the shit out of Fogel, too. That fucking scumbag. I watched that documentary of that sick fucking bastard. Oh, my God. Jared Fogel, that fucking Subway cocksucker. Holy shit, man. The things he was up to. He's with the woman. He's trying to, have a birthday party for the kids so he could do shit to the kids and videotape them and all kinds of crazy shit. He wanted the woman to, I forget the exact details, but, it was him and some other chick that were fucking, they wanted to have threesomes with underage girls and all types of shit. Sick shit. And I mean really underage. That guy's a fucking evil motherfucker, man. I've seen the videos, Bobby Burberry. I've seen the videos. But it's funny now because now so many people have seen those videos that I'll see videos of real Thai women. Yeah, you could just tell they're real women. There's no question. And they're still calling them lady boys because it's so common, I guess. But some of them got to be real women. Some of them have to be. So you got to be careful. You pass up some pussy because you think it's a fucking dude. You might never forgive yourself. LOL, nothing like dropping a deuce on the clock. It is satisfying, isn't it? Getting paid to take a shit. Oh, that's disgusting, Ronan 456. I don't even want to put that up on the screen. Ugh. Oh my God. I blew a tranny, but I don't have a car. Very, very good, Wagoneer. It's a spin on the old Tony Pizza joke, the tranny joke. Very good. Lady boy, sucky, sucky, $5. Gyno, bitch tit, etc. I feel you. I understand now. I got Tommy Stiggs to buy my used underwear. Well, if he really thought you were a mob guy, he might have. You know, I don't really like to like bash Tommy Stiggs or anything anymore. Like, well, not like I really ever did. I went at him a little bit here and there, and then he came on the show, and I mean, even if you disagree with his beliefs, which I think a lot of us do, and not even really, I don't blame anybody for being anti-rat. I still don't, condone it. Like, I think it's a great thing to fucking do. I just don't hate motherfuckers who have done it. You know what I mean? I think pretty much everybody, since you're a little kid, you're raised not to like tattletales. And of course, as you get older, rats and blah, 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 especially if you grew up a certain way, if you were in the streets, if you were from a certain type of neighborhood. So I don't blame him for his stance on that. What I don't like is that he trashes guys. Like, just say, you don't like rats, you don't agree with it, whatever. But when you're trashing specific people and others, you're not trashing. You know what I'm saying? It's like, why can't you just not believe in ratting? Why can't you just be against it without attacking people who've done it? You know what I mean? But Tommy has done that to some extent. So that's why I had a bone to pick with him, so to speak. But when he came on the show, that's all I could say about him. Like, if I were to say, in how many ways is Tommy Stiggs a bad guy, I can't find one really. I just would say, well, I don't agree with him on his stance about hating fucking people who cooperated. You know what I mean? So, there's really nothing to trash about the guy. But plus, I feel bad, I grilled the shit out of him that day, guys. That was a fantastic debate. I mean, I don't think that shit got the credit it deserved. That's probably one of the great debates I've ever taken part in, or one of the greatest, I'm sorry, that I've ever taken part in on here. And he answered every question, and he appeared to be answering honestly, and he's a gentleman, so it's like, but, I feel bad for the fact that without a doubt was going to get him in trouble. It's just like the MRE question I asked him. I just wanted to know if he believes that MRE is a Nazi, because he's an MRE supporter, but I knew how much trouble that could cause him too, so I backed off. I asked once, he didn't want to answer, I backed off. And I didn't push him on any of that shit, because I really could have gotten him in a lot of fucking trouble. But I have no desire to see Tommy Stiggs trashed by those animals over there. I really don't. I mean, the guy's a classy guy. He is. It depends. When you're an informer and you blatantly lie to save your own skin, you're a piece of shit. Yeah, I think most people would agree. What the fuck are you guys talking about? The woman who said Fogel up was shady. She encouraged. Oh, yeah, I know. She was the one with the birthday party and shit, right? I believe. He deserves anything he gets, but she wasn't innocent either. No, she was not. I agree with you on that. I tell on everyone, but I hate rats. Oh, we know that about you, Wagoneer, for sure. Aerosmith wrote, dude looks like a lady. When I came across Vince Neil from Motley Crue at a nightclub, he thought it was a chick. Really? Is that true? That's very interesting if it's true. I've blown 19% of the men in Live Oak, Florida. Well, I think you're I think I have an idea where you're heading. But I'm sure while you were in Live Oak, Florida, you did. And if you go back there, you'll continue to blow more. Where was I told you're heading to? I don't want to say it on here just because I don't want to tip them off that we know. And Jesse, I'm sorry to hear about that, by the way. That sucks. I'm talking about the text you sent me. Where was I told? Oh yeah, he might be in Live Oak right now. He might be in Live Oak right now. We're interviewing people on the internet. What rat? This ain't the street. Oh yeah, I know, Bobby. That's another thing. I know. It's not. And they treat it like it is. It's fucking stupid. I mean, it's all bullshit here. You know, this is not real. People don't understand that, though. I think a lot of people, especially people who've never been in the street or people that are just wannabes, this is the closest thing they've ever had to it. You know, so they treat it like it really is the fucking street. You know, why aren't any of these anti-rat people out attacking rats? You know, how come they ain't doing anything to any fucking buddy? I'm not encouraging it. I'm just saying they hate them so bad they're willing to come on here and talk about them all fucking day and say horrible, vicious shit about them. But I don't see any of them, you know, raising a fucking hand to somebody, throwing a punch, nothing. And don't tell me you don't know any, because every neighborhood has rats in it. And it's 2024. Rats, people know they're rats. You know what I'm saying? There's people that are in York City and every other city that we know have cooperated and worked with the task force and all that other shit. People know it about them. Nobody does anything to them. And I'm not saying anybody should. I'm not encouraging that at all. I'm just saying, if you have the balls to talk that shit on here, why aren't you confronting any of them in real life? You walk around and hand out your fucking anti-Semitic bullshit flyers and all that. You're always out there doing something fucking stupid and corny, but why don't you just walk up to a guy that you know is an informant and do something about it? Of course you won't. You won't. You're all internet tough guys. So it is a game, and it's stupid. This isn't the streets. It's the fucking internet. It shouldn't be taken seriously. That's why when I said to Tommy Stiggs, like he said that he thinks a lot of these guys are basically, I forget the words he put it in, but they're conflicted. They wake up every morning miserable because of what they did in the past. I don't believe that. Okay, I know some of these guys and they live very happy lives. There are definitely some with guilty consciences. People, you know, some of them have expressed it on YouTube here. You know, but as far as these guys thinking like the MREs of the world and even Tommy Stiggs and Dominic Crias and all these people who are attacking them, you know, to these guys, it's not serious. They don't take it seriously. It's not hurting their feelings. It's not bothering them at all. It's just making you look like an asshole. You know, like they act like as if they're really doing some damage. No, a lot of these guys are very successful in their new lives, and they're very, very happy people. So I don't know. I guess that's what they want to think, is that anybody who ever told, you know, it just spends the rest of their lives miserable. But you know why it's not true is because I think most people at the very least have it in them to rat. If they're, you know, if they got in enough trouble and they know that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what my point was with that last one, but I know I'm talking about they think some of these guys are miserable and shit. Now, I guess my point was, you know, the people that believe that, I don't think they really believe it, because, you know, listen, most of these anti-rat people, if they haven't already told on somebody, I guarantee you they'd be willing to, or they might in the future. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and a lot of these guys, they never faced anything. A lot of them never been in an interrogation room or even in handcuffs. They have no idea what they would do. If you're a guy like Jimmy facing 50 fucking years, come on, man. You know? You have no idea. If your father disappeared off the face of the earth, you have no idea what you might do to find him. You know what I'm saying? Shit like this. So I don't know, man. I think I and most of you, as well as the guys that actually cooperated in the past, mob guys, I think they laugh at these people. I know I do, and most of you do. I don't think I can't speak for them. I'm not in their shoes. I'm not, but I doubt that they take these fucking clowns seriously, nor should they. You know what I mean? So, but they think they're winning some war. Somebody showed me something one of them posted the other day, like, or is a comment in the comments that we're winning this thing or we're destroying these fucking rats or something. It's like, you are? You're not putting a dent in anything. You haven't changed a single person's life or lifestyle. What are you accomplishing? You're an angry, bitter, miserable motherfucker and you want to come on YouTube and just take it out on people? Okay. Doesn't mean you're hurting those people. If anything, you're doing more damage to yourself. All that hatred bottled up, that'll make you sick real quick. It will. YouTube is not the street. It's 90% keyboard samurais that are afraid of their own shadow. It is. Definitely. Dexter Morgan's son grown busted pizza this morning when he said he was in Florida and got a smoking room. Florida doesn't permit smoking in hotels, motels. He ran north to Georgia, as far away from SoFlo as possible. Well, I don't know about that, Dexter Morgan. The Hard Rock in Florida has smoking rooms. Every time we're there, we get a smoking room. Well, in one of the Hard Rocks. We've only been at the one in Fort Lauderdale once, but we were in a smoking room there. I don't know. It can't be every hotel and motel. Some of them have to have smoking if that one can. So I don't know. But you could look it up. If you go to Hard Rock Hollywood right now online, like to their website, it'll ask you if you want a smoking or a non-smoking room. Like when you go North Tower, South Tower, whatever. Or no, that's in Atlantic City. I'm sorry. Yeah, the Hard Rock in Hollywood is just, yeah. But you'll see that you could get either a smoking or a non-smoking room. I wouldn't doubt it, Joseph Montanaro. Jimmy Calandra seems like it bothers him probably because he was pretty hardcore when he was young. That he cooperated? I don't know. I mean, it probably does to an extent. I don't know. But, Jimmy has a family, and he has to wake up every day and look at that family and say to himself, if I hadn't done what I did, I wouldn't have this today. These precious little girls would not exist. I mean, so I think it outweighs it. You know what I'm saying? It outweighs it. I'm sure a lot of them have guilt and stuff, but I mean, does the good outweigh the bad is the question. And I think when a lot of people get to an age or something where they look back on that life and they say, well, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like there was no loyalty, there was no anything. And any one of those guys would have turned on me in a fucking heartbeat. Maybe they don't feel so bad anymore. You know what I'm saying? Nah, Jason. That's how winners play in chess. You have to let the other guy think he's winning. Yeah, for real. The motels I go to allow all sorts of smoking, tobacco, crack, cock. Damn, you could smoke crack, tobacco, and a cock. Jesus, wow, that's a lot in one hotel. I would think if they really hated rats, they wouldn't even acknowledge them. To call one a rat is actually tattling that they're a rat. If you think about it, there's so much irony in it. There really is. Like, they'll talk about their crimes. They'll do all types of shit that's considered ratting just in order to, be able to insult and I don't know, try to embarrass one of these guys. You know what I'm saying? Like or just to try to call them out. Look at all this shit they do. Those anti-rat people, they're always telling on some fucking buddy. Sometimes they're talking about suing people. They're talking about going to the feds. They're talking about going to the cops. They're striking channels. They're doing all types of shit that could be considered rat behavior. But like I said, they changed the definition of rat. Like, for instance, me, they want me to be a rat, so I'm just a rat with zero proof, zero evidence. I'm just a rat because they said so. But a guy like MRE, who's an actual rat, they don't want to be a rat, so he's not a rat. You know what I mean? Or they'll change the definition to fit. Like, they might tell on a motherfucker about something. Like when they made the rule, you can't rat on a rat. Remember that new rule? So they'll just change the definition to fit their fucking narrative. That's what they do. Any more donations, guys? Come on. It's Friday night. Don't leave me hanging. What do you want me to fucking die? I hope not. Smoking rooms are usually third floor or higher. I don't know. I know when we stayed in the Hard Rock in Hollywood, we were on the 10th floor. So, but it was a smoking room. I would think if they really hated rats, they wouldn't even acknowledge them. Oh, I read that one. I'm sorry. My bad. I went back up. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's I'm assuming it can't be a law that in Florida they can't allow smoking in hotels or motels just because the Hard Rock could do it. Although the Hard Rock is like a small city in Hollywood. You know what I mean? It really is. That fucking place is amazing. Amazing. I mean, you know, it's like a giant mall inside. There's multiple fucking restaurants. There's the huge, enormous fucking casino. And even in the lobby is beautiful and impressive. The waterfalls and every fucking thing. The enormous casino. Fucking probably thousands of rooms. The fucking pools and all the paddle boarding and all this shit you could do. If you go to the Hard Rock, you never have to leave there for anything. Not for anything. It's the same way with the one in Atlantic City, except the one in Atlantic City, you know, it's not as good, of course. It's an awesome casino and hotel, but you know, nothing can compete with those fucking mega pools and shit that they have in Hollywood and all that stuff. I'm suing a maid guy in the Lucchese family over a construction site accident. None of my co-workers talk to me anymore. I don't give a shit. People call me a rat. I laugh at them. Are you being serious, Ronin 456? Is that true? Damien Detour. Yo, hey, big dog. What's up, Damien? You troll, Damien? Tell me the truth right off the bat. I don't know. Nikki Blade Clips, Nikki Blade Clips, remember when we ran into each other at the gas station? Yes. Yeah. We leave the fucking Hard Rock in Florida. And in Hollywood, whatever, Fort Lauderdale. We're leaving there, and there's a Wawa right there when you get on the road, when you pull out, whatever. And I pull up to the fucking Wawa, and Shanna's like, "Is that Nikki Blade?" Yeah, I think it is. That was funny as fuck. I'm being dead serious. I'm suing Mike Cantillo. Really? Wow, that's very interesting. Very interesting. Where is this, Rodent 456, if you don't mind me asking? I'm curious. I don't know what part of the country you live in. What are you up to, Nikki Blade Clips? Nikki Blade's probably at the fucking Hard Rock right now, god damn it. That's the real Nikki Blade, right? I'm assuming. Oh, okay, Damien. Good to hear that. I'm glad to have you here then. Shout out to Australia. We got a couple of people that hang out in here from Australia. I was a local one plumber. Oh, okay. New York. Interesting. Wow. And you have no fear of any repercussions because, again, did you ever think you'd hear such a thing? that a guy is suing a Lucchese guy over a construction site accident? And I bet you don't, Ronin 456. You probably have no fear. Look, at the Hard Rock playing poker. Son of a bitch. Are you really, Nikki Blade? Of course. And I bet you're going to Wawa right afterwards, ain't you? I'd love to fly out to Florida right now. Fuck, I'd love to. I'd fucking love to. That's the real Nikki? Good, good. Well, enjoy yourself. I hope you win a fuck ton of money, Nikki. Do you guys remember when me, Nikki Blade, and SoFlo we were at an Indian casino in Miami, and stand-up guy was on talking shit, and we grabbed the link from the casino, and stand-up guy puts us on, and it's me, Nikki, and Tony fucking SoFlo in the casino. That shit was funny as fuck. He was not happy about that. Alcoholic, Australian $7.99. There you go. Fantastic Bald-Sicilian. Lost a fair bit of weight there, brother. Thank you, man. I need to lose more. If you knew Miku's, what's that? Mikosuki? Is that what it's? Yeah. That was after we ate at Graziano's, right? I believe so. What was I gonna say? Oh, I need to lose more, bro. I have actually gone back up about 5 pounds, but yeah, I lost a total of 30 or 32 since this time last year. Was it this time last year? I'm not sure, but I was telling Cam the other day, me and this guy have been friends since 97. The reason I lost so much weight, I never told you guys this. 2 things happened in the same day. Okay. Matter of fact, it was March of last year. We were earlier in the day, I was at Walmart, because I'm always at Walmart getting something. Well, now I get it all delivered. But I was there, and I'm walking out with my cart, and Cam looks at me and walks right past me. And I said, yo, what the fuck, bro? And he turned around. He's like, oh, shit, CeeLo. He said, bro, I ain't even recognize you. You got so heavy. I was like, what? I came home and I told Shanna, I said, Cam, of all people, didn't recognize me. That's how fat I got, right? And then later that night, we take my mom to a restaurant for her birthday. We're meeting my brother and my sister-in-law and my nephew. And we get there. And I hadn't seen my brother in like probably 6 or 8 months at the time. And he goes, God damn, I guess you're living up to the name, huh? I said, what name? He said, Fat Bald-Sicilian. I said, oh, that was it. That was it. The next day, I went on a crash fucking diet. I lost 10 pounds in 1 week. I'm not kidding. I went fucking berserk. Now, most of that is, fluid because of the heart failure, but still. And then, over time, I went down much more. But when I look at those old videos of myself, I'm fucking disgusting, man. My head is this fucking big. But even now, I hate my fucking self. I want to lose more weight. I need to. I was at work. What was I supposed to do? Be a sucker with a torn MCL, LCL, and meniscus? Yeah, keep your mouth shut and walk away penniless with a knee replacement to show for it. Oh, I'm not saying I blame you. My point was, if you have no fear, then it's another example of, the state of the mafia today. You know what I mean? Like, I'll just sue a Lucchese guy. Fuck him. Like, what? Oh, is that right, Jesse? Nice. Oh, you certainly do, or I wouldn't be able to look at myself if I didn't sue. Yeah, if you had good reason, fuck it, bro. How long you think until Joey Molino sues somebody on here? I have a feeling that's coming. Thank you, Ward. Nah, but I got a goal that I haven't reached yet. I just want to hit like 175 and I'll be happy. And the lowest I've gotten down to is 180. So even today, you know what I've been eating? I do I used to always do intermittent fasting. That's how I lost a lot of the weight, is I would not eat all day. Then I would do 2 shows, and at 11 o'clock or something, I would eat. Then you know me, I'm up all night anyway. That I'd eat one meal a day. I did that for months and months and months. But the last like few days since me and Cam went to that farm and I got all these fucking delicious apples here, at like 5, 6 o'clock, I have an apple. And then, late at night, I'll eat a meal. That's it. Oh, of course, bro. That's my constant struggle. Like even now, I know that I got 3-4 pounds of fluid on me. You know what I mean? It's just hard to get rid of it. The reason you guys see me guzzling water all the time is because I'm dehydrated from the medicine they give me, the Lasix. You fucking piss out everything and you get dehydrated, but it's rarely ever everything. You know what I mean? It's like my mom takes an extraordinary amount of Lasix. And every time she goes to the hospital, not every time, but several times now when she goes for a procedure, they wind up admitting her because there's so much fluid around her heart and lungs, and they got to do IV Lasix to get rid of it. So, yeah. Damien Detour, I've only been watching your channel for about a week. I used to have an issue with drugs, prison, etc. I've got an Italian background, and I've always been around 125 kilograms. Have you had heart problems? Yeah, I have congestive heart failure at a weak heart. I have like 49% of my heart function. So, yeah, you too. I'm assuming, Damien. What's up, guys? Do 2 things right now. Tell me what you want me to talk about and donate. Don't leave me hanging tonight, guys. It's Friday. What the fuck? There's still 123 of you watching. It's a slow night, but goddamn. What the fuck is that? What is that? What is liquid IV sugars? What? I don't know. 56 minutes in. Stevie the Gypsy, if you haven't noticed anything yet, probably not, but you never know. Sometimes it comes later. Or you find out later, you know what I mean? That's the thing about using drugs. You never know. You might think you skated by, and then 20 years later, you find out your heart's all fucked up. But just be positive, Stevie the Gypsy. Hope for the best. You probably didn't do anything too severe. You'd know it. Have you talked to SoFlo at all? No, man, I don't know what's up with him, bro. But like I said, I'm the type of person that I'm not blowing your phone. Like, I'll call you. My max is twice. I'll text you or call you twice, or a combination of the two, a text and a phone call. If I don't hear back from you, my assumption is, okay, you don't want to talk to me for whatever reason. That's fine, but I ain't chasing you around. That's just the way I am. But no, I'm sure he appears to be on a trip or something. You know what I mean? So. Bring Canarsie on the show to talk about Merlino. That would just be phenomenal. But I don't think he'll do it. Jeff Canarsie, you around? You were around earlier. You want to give me a great show? Do you, Jeff? Let's see. I have a feeling Jeff Canarsie is listening, but I won't put him on the spot to do that. I'm not trying to cause the guy fucking trouble. Oh, yeah, I hear that, Damien. That's a shame, though, man. Diabetes is tough. I'm sorry to hear that, bro. Listen, man, I got a friend that's really sick now. Right now, he's really fucking sick. And I look at him and I know in my heart, this guy would trade me problems in a fucking heartbeat right now. You know what I'm saying? I felt the same way. My friend Jake in like 08, not even 06, was dying of lung cancer. And I would go see him every night, and I'd give him money and shit to take care of his bills while he's in the hospital and stuff. And this was right. Wait a minute. No. What am I talking about? No, this was after this is in Jesus Christ. Now I'm getting deaths mixed up. Holy shit. This is in like 15. This is after I got diagnosed with the heart thing. And I remember thinking, like I said, he would trade me problems in a heartbeat. You trade me your problems in a heartbeat right now. Oh, because even what I got is nothing compared to something like that. You know? Pizza, you scared? What's he doing? Is he watching? Is Pizza watching? No word from Canarsie. Stephen Cordell, $10. Thank you very much, brother. Appreciate it. Somebody said let's talk about OJ. What do you want to talk about, guys? OJ related. I mean, just the fact that he's quite possibly one of the biggest scumbags to ever walk the earth. I mean, we could talk about that forever. You know, the fact that, you know, that was the case of the fucking century and somehow he beat it, being guilty as fucking sin. And then later on, the motherfucker robs a bunch of guys in a fucking hotel room to get his sports memorabilia back, whatever the fuck it was, and winds up getting slammed because that judge knew, okay, we couldn't get you for the murder. You're going away for this shit. How much time did OJ do? 12 years, I think, something like that. Or no, he didn't do the whole 12. He got sentenced to 12, I think. He did 8 years, didn't he? The rappers thought he was innocent. Nah, you know what it is, Stevie the Gypsy? I truly believe this. And a lot of black people will tell you this. They didn't care if he was guilty. Not all black people. I'm saying like you're talking about rappers and just a segment of the black population, I guess. They didn't care if he was guilty. And even if he was, they took satisfaction in it because, you know, I'm not going to get too much into. There's no way I could say this the right way, but I'll just say that they were glad OJ got away with killing 2 white people. Or they just were indifferent and they didn't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Because of how they feel they're treated in society. You know what I mean? And I know because I've had some of them tell me that straight up. We don't give a fuck if he's guilty. So sentenced to 33, did 9. God damn. Yeah, I think the 12 was the main. Wasn't it a bunch of little charges and then like the robbery itself or something? I know he got sentenced to 12 for one of the charges. OJ Def did it. If he was found guilty, there would have been riots. They would have torn California apart. Oh yeah, like with Rodney King, no doubt. And that does, you know, affect a juror's decision, a whole jury's decision. You know what I mean? Without a fucking doubt, because they know what it could cause. I think, you know, some people on juries and stuff, they look at it as, well, you can't bring the person back. You know, like with Casey Anthony, like that's the most despicable thing ever, what she did. I mean, it doesn't get fucking worse than that. It just doesn't. Her own child, hurting a child is egregious, disgusting, but her own fucking child. And then to go on and lie for years, over a decade, you're lying about, well, one was, I guess now it's been over a decade. When did she start lying at the trial? What was it? Like 2012, 2011? She had that fucking Jose Baez bring up that her father molested her and it might have, you know, her father was responsible for Kaylee's death. I mean, such a miserable piece of shit human being. You know what I mean? And she got away with it. Why? Because she's beautiful and because the jury just couldn't do it. They couldn't put her away for life, but they didn't even have the option. It was death penalty or nothing. And there's no way they were giving that face the death penalty. No way. It's a goddamn shame. It's a goddamn shame. I guess they look at it as, well, if there's even a possibility she didn't do it, we can't put her to death. Yeah, there's not a possibility she didn't do it. The bitch did it. Unless you're a complete sucker. I mean, well, who was on that jury? Fucking Tony Pizza's people or something? How fucking naive and stupid can you be? And OJ, of course. I mean, come on. And the motherfucker, gloated about getting away with it, wrote the book and everything. Oh, yeah, Damien, without a doubt. I remember that shit, too, as a kid. I remember watching that shit on TV, the OJ thing and the fucking Rodney King riots. Common Sense got sentenced the same day of his acquittal, 1 year for every $1 million he lost in civil trial. Is that right? Very interesting. I didn't know that. He was sentenced to 33 years with no parole for 9 years at FBI. Oh, okay. And he just did the 9. Unbelievable. Meanwhile, there's people in prison who do not belong there, who should be paroled, and they don't get a fucking chance. But OJ, sure, let's let him out. Let's only make him do the minimum. Motherfuckers. This system is so ass backwards, guys. It's so fucking ass backwards, I'm telling you. It's bullshit. There's no fucking justice. There's no justice. Rarely does it ever really happen. You could put innocent motherfuckers get put away all day. But guilty people, no, they either beat the case. There's a technicality that makes it so they get away scot-free, or they would wind up doing some minuscule amount of time in prison, and then they spend the rest of their lives laughing about how they were barely punished. It's fucking twisted. What was I watching earlier? I was looking up somebody's sentence. Fuck, man. I can't remember. It was one of those That Chapter episodes. But it was another kid. Oh, Amber Wright. That fucking pig. That bitch. You know who that is? Oh, my God. She set up the torture and murder of her fucking ex-boyfriend, that poor kid. That fucking bitch. She got life without fucking parole. And of course, they lowered it to life with to a life sentence where she can get parole after a certain amount of time. So 25 years maximum, and she'll be out. I guarantee it. She'll be out in the fucking street. And she was 15 goddamn years old when she committed the crime. So she'll probably be out by fucking, I wouldn't doubt if she's out. I forget exactly when the fucking thing took place, but it won't be anywhere near a reasonable sentence for what she did. She should get the fucking death penalty. But they lowered her shit to just life, not life without parole anymore. So 25 years and she'll get out. Sick. The algorithm came up with a channel called Billy Luna last night talking about MTR and Skinny. Do you know? I don't know him, but I did listen to it. I did listen to the guy. It sounds like he's a big fan of Joey's, to say the least. There's a difference between legal justice and ultimate justice, my opinion. Legally, he was acquitted by law. He was found not guilty. I can argue both sides. The prosecution and LAPD fucked up big time. Oh, yeah, of course. They did. Really? RPMJ. I don't know, man. As soon as you see a motherfucker run, he did it. What are you running for? You know what I mean? He did that shit. I remember watching that docu-series and all that shit about it. And I know it was actually just a series. It was like a, regular TV show, Netflix thing or something. But I watched documentaries about it. I don't know, man. You ever see that serial killer? There's a serial killer out there who copped to it, who claimed to have been the ones that killed Nicole Brown Simpson and the other guy. Or it's a brother of a serial killer that said that his brother, the serial killer, confessed to him about it, or I don't know if he confessed publicly. I forget. But there was some thing that Nicole Brown Simpson wore, like a, what is it called, a brooch or some shit like that, that this guy had, the serial killer, that was hers and belonged to her. So that threw some doubt in there for me, but it was him. It was him. Like I said, bro, that's the world we live in. That fucking pig is bad as fuck. That's the problem. Fucking beautiful woman. And she's sitting there looking the way she does, and they just can't bring themselves to, to kill her, because that was the only option they had. If they found her guilty, it was the fucking death penalty, as far as I know. So they couldn't do it. I think they overcharged the prosecution. They should have given options where she could have just gotten life or life without parole, but nope. Yeah, I know he is, but what a scumbag, Common. I mean, Jose Baez is pure fucking evil. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Yeah, you're a great lawyer. You'll be rich and all that. He already is loaded, super famous, thanks to the Casey Anthony thing. But that motherfucker got a girl who killed her baby, acquitted. And then, not to mention, Aaron Hernandez. And he introduced to trial the idea that maybe that poor man, George Anthony, I think that's his name, right? Casey's father, molested her and Kaylee. I mean, Jesus fuck, man. Pure fucking evil. I don't know. How do you do that and sleep at night? I guess money wipes away a guilty conscience, huh? Wipes it clean. Donate! Come on, guys. Don't leave me hanging. It's Friday. Fuck, what I got to do here? That's the law beyond all reasonable doubt. I know, but it doesn't work that way. You know that, Common. Not all the time, not most of the time. So many fucking innocent people have been put away. There's all types of reasonable doubt, but with her, yeah, that's what it was. That's the way that jury saw it, Common. You're exactly right. They saw it as Jose Baez introduced reasonable doubt, period, by saying it was the father. So that was it. But what a piece of shit, because he knows as well as everybody else in the world knows that Casey did that shit on her own by herself. She wanted to be in a club shaking her ass instead of being a fucking mother. That's all. I guarantee she gave that kid Xanax. And when she came back, Kaylee was dead. And or while she was, I don't know. I forget what the theories are, but I'm assuming it was something like that. She used to give her Xanax or something to make her go to sleep and, just be quiet so she could do whatever the fuck she wants to do. And I think Kaylee died from it, and then either that or she just murdered her, suffocated her and shit with the duct tape on her fucking mouth. And I don't know, but it's twisted. Pizza Math's 95% guilty, 35%. Yeah. Remember what was that one? Oh my God. His audience is 95% women, or 95% men, 35% women. Holy shit, he is a dumb motherfucker, man. Crazy. Oh, of course not. That's because there's a two-tier justice system. You know what I mean? If that was just some ordinary black dude in that fucking Bronco, holy shit. He would have never made it to court. He would have had 900 holes in him. Yeah. That's unbelievable. Oh, no, Jason. Hell fucking no. Nothing but maybe satisfaction. Yeah, I'll say Jason. It certainly does, but his legacy's ruined. I mean, he's a piece of shit, or he was. So nice that he's dead. Really is nice. He was always a piece of shit throughout his whole life. Yeah, she was Stevie the Gypsy. Yeah, alcoholic. You're right. Common sense. I have hundreds of hours of research in the case from school. LOL. I know more than most, but legally justice was served, not ultimate justice, but legal justice. If you understand the difference, what I mean. Which one are we talking about now, Casey or OJ? I don't even remember. I'm assuming you're talking about OJ. I guess, man. The forensics and mishandling of the evidence collection itself was the most serious problem for the prosecution. They fucked up. Don't forget, this was one first child's DNA was ever used, and it was still new. Well, I know they fucked up as far as the mishandling of the evidence and all that shit. I know that. But, you know, I didn't study it like you. That's for goddamn sure. Oh, you don't believe he did it, OJ? Oh, shit. Flight can be used as evidence of guilt. But don't forget the doctor from the movie The Fugitive also fled, and he was innocent. F. Lee Bailey also represented him. I don't know anything about that. I don't know who that doctor is. But was he found innocent or was he factually innocent? You know what I mean? Glenn Rogers. Glenn Rogers. The fuck are you talking about? What's Glenn Rogers? Wait a minute. Is it one of the true crime things I was talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea. I put Glenn Rogers in, I get Texas State Representative. I'm very confused. It was an angel pin, but that was refuted. It was complete bullshit. That was the Casanova killer. Oh, okay, good. You know about that. All right. Glenn Rogers was the guy who said he killed Nicole. Oh, okay. There you go. Yeah, I didn't remember that shit. Glenn Rogers, Casanova killer, huh? Yeah, OJ did it. That level of violence, and all they had on him was a cut finger and nothing else. Well, but I mean, how much damage has to be done to him for him to do what he did? The motherfucker's huge. Yes, many jurors said had they offered life without parole, they'd have voted guilty. Exactly. In Casey's case, yep. Yes, they overcharged and didn't give jury option. That's what ultimately set her free. Yep. The John Gotti poster, Nico, I know you're here to troll me. We auctioned it off for Wounded Warriors. We raised $1,700 auctioning off the John Gotti poster, and Bobby Berberian is the proud owner of it now. $1,700 for Wounded Warriors on one show. Sit down with Jeff Nadeau. Hola. It proved that if someone has the resources and money, you can get a fair trial or even playing ground against the state government. Yes. Is this the Nico? Is this Nico from back in the day with the son, Nico? I don't think so. Sit down with Jeff Nadeau. OJ is a depraved motherfucker who decapitated his wife and her friend. Scumbag Mark Furman fucked it up. And idiotic prosecutor Chris Darden and Marsha Clark. You know, listen. If I was getting donations right now, I could pretty much guarantee you that I could get Jeff Nadeau and Common Sense on here to debate the OJ case. But I'm not getting anything. So I'm not making any money. And that could take some time, them on here debating. So, see, this is why you guys should donate, man. I'll stay on for fucking hours and entertain the shit out of you. Fucking Nico. I'm sure you're just here to troll me, bro. Speaking of 30 years ago, I heard next year Yolanda Saldivar is getting out the 30th. Oh, that's the woman that killed Selena? Oh, shit. On the 30th anniversary. Holy fuck. Jeff, that's ignorant, and I guarantee you couldn't back that up in a debate. I doubt so. Furman was a small part, but not the end-all, be-all. He just got impeached. Van Adder lied also. No, he wasn't factually innocent and proven so on retrial. What are we talking about now? Or, I'm sorry, no, he was factually innocent and proven so on retrial. When was there a retrial? I don't remember that. There wasn't a retrial. What? Claimed to have murdered Nicole. He was hanging out with her in the weeks prior to the murder and doing painting in the neighborhood during the time of death. Well, but things could happen in the snap of a finger. I mean, like, if you're what you're saying, hanging out with her, a fae. Yeah, I don't know exactly what you're saying, so I won't even respond. The doctor from the feud. What? All right, I don't know. I give up. I don't know. I don't know. Wow, he was guilty as fuck. A control freak who thought he owned his wife like property. Yeah, that's what he was, without a doubt. I think OJ did it, but there had to be a second person, in my opinion. Yeah, well, it's never going back up, Nico. Trust me. I think, wait a minute. Goldman was 25 years old, black belt, and worked out 5 days a week. He had defensive wounds and bruised fists and cut shoes. There's no way the killer didn't have bruises and cuts everywhere possible, or everywhere impossible. I understand what you're saying, but I mean, and I know how the cops work. Like, once they get their eyes set on a suspect, there's nothing that could change their mind. And OJ was the perfect suspect for them, especially once he ran like a douchebag. But nobody else turns up anywhere that could even be a suspect. I mean, was there even one single person who was a suspect other than OJ? I'm asking because I don't remember. That case has never been real important to me. But that series was good, and some of the documentaries. War, it's a lost cause tonight. It's one of those days, like every day except for yesterday for about the last week. That's right, Jason. I would happily oblige. You could bring Darden Clark with you, LOL. How much do I need? Oh, Nico, come on, bro. You keep it up with the Gotti poster. We're just going to block you. You're annoying the fuck out of me now. Holy shit. Nothing like OJ to divide people. I would have never expected that. You know what I mean? I would have never expected that. But I ain't staying on that long, not making money. Otherwise, I would definitely politely ask those guys to please come on my show and have it out over the OJ case. I'm sure it would be wildly entertaining for you guys, but I got to make some money. Otherwise, I got to do something else with my time. If anyone wants a real account of the trial and some truth, so to speak, go watch OJ 25 series online from Court TV. Really? I didn't even know that was a thing. Maybe I'll watch it. All right. If Nico mentions the fucking poster one more time, block him, please. The sit down with Jeff Nadeau. OJ had cuts all over him. Common will act like he didn't, though. LOL. Damn, he said Common will act like he didn't. Oh, shit, Common. Oof. I feel like he's calling you out, bro. Guys, donate some money, and I'm telling you, I'll get these guys on here to fucking debate. Otherwise, fuck off. I'm leaving. Honestly, bro, let's be real for 1 second. Who here thinks OJ didn't kill his wife? I think he killed her, without a doubt. But I'm not an expert on the case like Common and Jeff might be. I don't know. Always has. Always was guilty. Got away with double murder. What about the glove found on his back fence? You mean if the glove doesn't fit, you must have quit that glove? That really didn't fit? I don't know. I do not know. But people might also place things like that at the scene of a crime to throw this, get the suspicion off of themselves. How much time you got, LOL? Yeah, I know it would be such a good show, Common, but it's like, and I don't even know if you guys were willing to come on. I'm assuming, but if I got to make money on here. I can't just do this for free all night. Alcoholic Australian $7.99. Not much left in my Apple Wallet. Don't worry, bro. You give me enough, man. Thank you, my friend. I'm not worried about losing at all, period. Not even an option. Never go into a hand with no confidence. All right, well, listen. I can't deprive the audience, even though they're depriving me. I know you don't, or from any challenge. Jeff Nadeau, are you down for a debate? Jeff, I don't know what he's up to. He might be out. Let's see, guys. But if you, I don't want to call you motherfuckers, but if you people don't donate during this debate, if it takes place, you ain't shit. That's all I have to say. I'd still like to know why Kato Kaelin got so much witness stand time. I don't know, man. I don't know anything. I'll leave it up to the experts. I need more cold water. Well, Common, it appears that Jeff Nadeau has left. Completely and totally left the show in the chat. I don't even know what you're talking about, Bob, but bye. I love this true crime shit. Yeah, it is great. Well, OJ is a complicated individual. If we're talking straight debate about the criminal case, I would love to hear it. What are you going to do when you're Jeff Nadeau? Common sense. OJ wore a size 12 to 13 shoe, the paver at Nicole's house, that the killer footprint fit inside a 10.5 inch paver. Go measure a size 12 to 13 shoe. LMAO, impossible, my friend. Common sense said whenever, wherever. I'm about to call Jeff, man. How you just gonna leave now, bro? How you just gonna leave now? Should I call Jeff? I said, come on the show and debate Common. This will be it would be a classic, but I don't, like I said, I don't know if Jeff is up to it. I texted him. Let's see. I don't think Jeff would deprive you guys of, such a wonderful thing. Oh, damn it. All right, well, Jeff is a little too inebriated, apparently, for a debate. Common said they don't want to smoke. I love how Common is pushing the issue. It's great. That'll be even better. Jeff, come on, bro. Drunk? Oh, my God. That'll be the funniest thing that ever happened in the history of MobTube. A drunk Jeff Nadeau debating Common, of all fucking people. I mean, Jesus Christ, does it get better than that? Sunday night. Okay. Is that a deal? Sunday night on this show, the Sunday night sit down. Common, are you down? Common versus Jeff Nadeau. Let's say, I don't know, 8 o'clock. Anyone who thinks he is innocent is a fucking idiot. No offense. Bring some Adderall and cane, whatever you think will help. Oh, shit. Just keep your shirt on, Jeff. Do both parties agree? Sunday night on this show, the showdown, Common Sense versus Jeff Nadeau. I got to get a commitment from you guys. I guess I'm an idiot. Fuck it. Jeff is insulting people. So funny. Oh my God. Christ. I didn't say he was innocent. I said I will debate the issue. But wait, I thought you said you didn't believe that he did it. Oh, Jeff Nadeau said, see you Sunday, Common the lawyer. Oh, shit. Are you down, Common? I just got to get an answer from you now. You said anytime, anywhere, so. Although I do not think he was guilty, as said, but I don't have issue with anyone who does, but most don't know the facts of the case or they wouldn't speak so foolishly. I don't know the facts of the case. I just, in my opinion, think he fucking did it. Common Sense said I'm getting hard. Common is ready. Holy shit, Jeff Nadeau. Give me the word, Common. Sunday night, 8 o'clock. Common versus Jeff Nadeau on the FBS channel. I will make a thumbnail tonight and everything. The showdown, $5 entry fee. I fucking wish. I can't get $5 out of anybody right now. Imagine everybody. Study up. Okay, I'm taking that as a fucking as an answer. I'm taking that as a yes that you'll be here Sunday night. To do the Wikipedia expert. Oh. The gloves are off. Holy shit. Forget about Jake Paul, Mike Tyson. This is going to be the fight of the century. I can't wait for the debate. Either can I. Send Marsha email, get some help. The sit down with Jeff Nadeau, 80% of the shows I do aren't on Wikipedia, Goofy. You know he's fucking with you to sit down. You guys are friends. He's fucking around. He's breaking your balls. He called him Goofy. Can I order Common on an app? I don't know, man. Oh. Members only. Oh. Sam the Man. Members only. Jeff Nadeau versus Common Sense. I'm hype. I take it that Common Sense is down and Jeff said he's down, so Jeff said he's drunk like the but first coffee guy. I saw a video of him earlier. He's fucking wasted. You know what we're talking about, right? What did they used to call him? Uncle Bad Touch or some shit? That dude? Fucking guy. Common Sense said apparently Jeff doesn't have mirrors in the house. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is great. This is like the press conference. The pre-fight press conference. Oh, well, you catch the replay at least, Damien. I am hyped too. Oh my God, it's gonna be fucking great. Uncle Bad Touch, yes. Well, that's it, guys. I'm making the thumbnail tonight. Common Sense. Common, send me a picture of yourself, bro. Please. Common Sense versus Jeff Nadeau. It's going to be great. I'm going to make a beautiful thumbnail. Wait till you see it. No avatars. That would be better, but I'm not going to break Common's balls if he wants to use an avatar or Jeff's. No. Oh, to sit down with Jeff Nadeau said no avatars, Common. Oh, let me go get a bottle of water. This is getting good. Really? 111 people. No donations. Fucking disgrazia. Fucking thirsty all the time. All right. Wait a minute. Let me see. Oh, no avatars. Common says Jeff. Common says you would benefit from that, not me, from having an avatar. Oh my God, I love it. I love the shit talking. Jason's cracking up. War is cracking up. The sit down with Jeff Nadeau said, Common, you're a paralegal. Common said, not at all. The sit down with Jeff Nadeau, just kidding. I am drunk, bro. All fun. Jason, anyone with a skeptical mind can research facts on the internet. That's true. Common sense. I break balls with the best of them. I'm having fun. Bottoms up. Well, guys, listen. I'm happy. You guys just made my night. Thank you. Jeff versus Common. It's going to be brilliant. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be amazing. Sunday night, 8:00. I am meeting Lee Cole in a few weeks for dinner, meeting of the minds. Common says, oh, wow, 2 guys with a combined IQ of 89. Nice. I want to see the debate again. Proper fun. Wait a minute. Let me see here. Guilty. Hell no. Mustache Pete, I love you, Jeff, but don't do it. Common is a monster. Don't talk. Yeah. I mean, do it. Ha ha ha. FBS will have a good show. That's right. Don't talk him out of it, bro. I think it'll be good. Jeff knows his true crime and all that shit, man. It appears that he's studied the case. Now, I'm not saying that, we all know Common is a fucking beast, but I think it'll at least be a good debate. Shots fired. The sit down with Jeff Nadeau. I've debated Dave Portnoy. I'll be good. Oh, shit. Common sense. Portnoy, he rates pizza for a living. I fucking love this shit. He's worth $750 million. He certainly is. Ain't that a bitch? Oh, I thought we were talking about them busting balls. I have no idea what's going on. Oh, no. Mustache Pete. Common and Jeff Nadeau are going to debate the OJ verdict, trial, whatever. They're going to debate whether or not OJ was innocent. And they're going to do it on this show at 8:00 Sunday night. FBS gassing him up. He's going to need more than that. Listen, Common, let me work my magic. I feel we need some Eminem theme music. Oh, yeah. Let me think. Venom, maybe Venom before the debate. I'll throw on. True money means shit these days, right? Monster is good too. All right, Jeff is out. He said bye-bye. I'll see you Sunday night at 8, Jeff. You know what I should do? I should go to Jeff's house and we'll go on my channel and do it live from his house. Gonna be calling him Nadu Bolt. Oof. Alcoholic, can we get pizza to do the scorecards? Could you imagine? Be fucking hilarious. All right, Jeff. Hit me up tomorrow or something. Jeff will hit me up late. Jeff hits me up late, like on Fridays and Saturdays. He gets drunk. Then he'll like go home and watch the show or some shit. Hit me up. I love how nowadays Gen Z thinks it's cool to call OJ guilty. Everyone knew he was guilty. LOL. Is that a thing they do? I mean, I don't know. They love to call OJ guilty. I thought everybody called OJ guilty. He can't count that high. Common sense, what's your take? Did he do it or not? Common says no. He didn't do it. Will I need to call out of work on Monday? Probably, Jesse. I mean, you should just call off, ASAP, just because you won't be going in Monday. It's going to be a long night Sunday. It is. We're going to have a lot of fun. Sit down with Jeff Nadeau. He's fucking guilty. Everyone knows it. Jason says he was definitely guilty, bro. But I'm open to hearing the debate. OJ did it most def, says Ronan 456. Yeah, I agree. I think he did it. But again, there's no way I'm going to compare my knowledge on the OJ case to Jeff's or Common's. I never cared that much. If you wanted to talk about the Casey Anthony case or something like that, I have a lot of knowledge on it. Certain other true crime cases, but not OJ. I said he did it, and that was it. I was done. What was I, 12, 13? Did it. Guilty. That's my take. Even if you think it wasn't him, who else could it have been? That's what I asked. Was there even one other suspect any fucking where? Any suspect? Like, what's the reasonable doubt, really? Hope I can be around for this. Listen, man, this is going to be huge. It's going to be huge. I'm looking forward to making the thumbnail tonight. We're going to have a fucking party. Members fucking only. Members only. Goddamn right. Oh, yeah, I don't know of any of them either. And the evidence is the evidence. The whole chat knows it. Some fake lawyer says he's innocent. He called Common a fake lawyer. Oh, they're getting vicious with each other. Not on. Oh, guys, this is going to be wonderful. This is going to be fucking wonderful. I can't wait. I'm telling you. I'm open to hearing a new perspective. I really am. Oh, me too. Matter of fact, tonight, I might brush up on my OJ knowledge. Just, you know what I mean? So I could be more well-informed about the whole thing for the debate. I got to be a moderator. I have to be somewhat informed. There's some theory about his son. Oh. But it's more QAnon. Yeah, there you go. F. Lee Bailey in lead defense, PI, wrote a book shortly before he died, few years back. Go read it. Oh, I got to read? Drop the link. Oh, shit. Listen, man. Jeff, maybe you just want to grab the link now. I don't know, bro. Another 50 in cash. I'll be happy, guys. Come on. 50 in cash or 100 in super chats. Otherwise, I'm kicking Common off mid-sentence. Oh, shit. Let me turn this off. Make sure it's on. If you study the public facts, he did it, bro. I studied OJ since I was 10. That's right. Grab your memberships. Members only, no avatars. Oh, this is great. A great lawyer, no doubt, but the man wasn't a truth-telling machine, just saying. I love this sort of shit, though. So do I. The fake boxer who gets punched in the head for a living is brilliant. Who are we talking about? Fake boxer. Not talking about Nadu, right? He only had one fight. Yo,
What's going on, man? Hold on one
what's up?
sec.
Long time.
Hold on one sec.
Sit
Can you
down
hear
with
me?
Jeff. Yeah, look, Jeff Nadu
Oh.
said I made 100K in 3 minutes. LOL.
Yeah, we know you won't be doing that again.
What's up, bro? Go ahead. I'll give you the floor.
No, not much for now. I just got tired of typing, to be honest with you. What was the question you was asking about? What was the other what now?
Oh, the boxing thing. I didn't. Were you talking about Jeff? The
No,
fake
no,
boxer?
you were talking about who was the other possible suspect or something. That's what they were saying.
Oh, yeah. Who's that?
They were asking in the chat, or you're asking that? Like they were saying, like who else could have done it? Is what you were?
Yeah,
asking,
I
basically?
asked. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Who
So
all right, were there any other suspects?
Well, yeah, I mean, there was a ton of suspects, obviously. I mean, he was the one that they, primarily honed in on. I mean, who else would you target as the ex-husband, obviously? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's most of the reason why the case got debacled from the beginning, because they really didn't look at anyone else as the issue. What later came out is that, I don't know how much people know about the trial. I don't know how much time people have to really get into it. We'll do it on Sunday, no problem. But you obviously know who Faye Resnick was, the woman that was living with Nicole at the time, correct?
No.
Oh Jesus! All right,
bro. Even if I watched the entire trial yesterday, by today I would have forgotten 90% of it. You know me, so no, I don't remember all.
I got you. No problem. All right, so there one of Nicole's really close friends was a woman named Faye Resnick. All right.
Okay.
Faye Resnick was dating one of OJ and Nicole's friends. I believe he was a doctor. I'm not 100% sure. The guy's really not that important. I think he testified during the trial, but the guy's irrelevant. Anyways, so shortly before the murders, about a week before, Faye Resnick and Nicole had been out partying, and Faye Resnick was a cocaine addict. They were both allegedly highly addicted to freebasing cocaine. And routinely, what came about during the investigations by both the prosecution and by the defense is that OJ had routinely been paying off Nicole's drug debts that she was racking up. She was running around with the people in Hollywood throwing parties and shit at the house. There was a infamous fight and a 911 call that ensued, if anybody is familiar with the trial, where OJ was ranting and raving at Nicole's house a couple of months before the murders took place, because he had found out that Nicole was having these basically sex parties and shit at the house where his kids were staying at. And when he found out about it, he flipped out on her and said that, you can hear him on the 911 call saying, I don't want my kids around any of this shit. I'm hearing this stuff's going on. You need to cut it the fuck out, basically. He was pissed. So long story short, a week before the murders took place, I think it was even like 2 or 3 days. I have to double check on that one detail. She got committed to a drug treatment program. She got whisked away. So shortly before this, guys had approached OJ at the house. I believe he was with, the guy that was driving the Bronco?
Yeah.
Al Cowlings.
Yep.
So Al Cowlings, I don't know if people know this or not, but he was the driver for a guy who was in organized crime named Joey Ippolito, who was a huge cocaine dealer. He was affiliated with the 2 guys that were driving the boats. They did that Netflix special on them, that were doing the speed racers. They were the Cuban guys.
I don't know.
Colombian or whatever. They were 2 of the biggest, most notorious cocaine traffickers in like the entire United States. They did a huge Netflix special on them. SoFlo says he knows them, whatever. They're from like the Miami area. Well, Joey Ippolito was also a huge cocaine trafficker, and Al Cowlings was his personal bodyguard and driver at one time. So they ran in this circle of people that were heavily involved in doing cocaine and shit like that. Well, long story short, what had happened was, I guess, OJ got approached by paying off this cocaine debt, and he basically told him, no, I'm not doing it. So 2 days before the murders took place, Faye Resnick got sent over to a treatment facility. And what they believe happened is is that people went to Nicole's house to go and try to collect money or go to the house to confront Faye, and a mistaken identity when she came out. And then Ron Goldman walks in the back door while these guys are standing there, and one thing leads to another, and they possibly got murdered over that. It later came out that F. Lee Bailey claims up until the day that he died that two, I think they were DEA agents or federal agents or something like that, had told them a few years after the trial commenced that they were told by people that cooperated, high-level drug traffickers, that when they found out about the murders, the two people that allegedly did it were murdered on site back in Colombia. Now, there's obviously no proof of this. This is his word versus other people's words. But there was two suspects involved. I forget the guy's names. It's on record somewhere. I think they wrote it in a book shortly before he died, like 2 years ago. Him and the lead defense private investigator was also the one that did the Casey Anthony trial. I can't remember the guy's name right now. I actually talked to him. I did a whole show on this on YouTube before, actually, on this guy's channel. His name is yeah, for sure. Yeah. Oh, his name's escaping me right now. I'll know it by Sunday. I just have to look at something real quick. I forgot, but either way, he's one of the world's like #1 private investigators and shit. Yeah, he did the Casey Anthony trial. He worked for Baez. He worked for all these guys. Like Michael Jackson, he did Michael Jackson's trial. Like the guy's world renowned. It's really good. His name's escaping me right now. Maybe somebody in the chat has it. I can't remember right off the top of my head for some reason. That's usually something I wouldn't forget. But
I didn't know that the Cubans you were talking about were in cocaine cowboys. Somebody said that in the chat. Those are the guys. It was a certain type of speedboat they were buying, right?
Yeah, they were speedboat racers. Yeah, it's two brothers, Saul or some shit like that.
Yeah, I do remember it.
No. Alan Dershowitz was the appeals lawyer. He really didn't have nothing to do with that case. Oh man, what the fuck? The lead. I can't even believe I'm forgetting this guy's name right now. Holy shit! I haven't done this in a long time. Hold on a second. Give me 2 seconds. Right. I'm just gonna fucking. If I told you his name, you know exactly who he is. I mean, he's done some of the most famous trials in American history. The guy's a fucking. You want to hear something crazy? Do you know after the Casey Anthony trial that fucking she started living with this guy and was gonna try to become a private investigator with him?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That's the
I
guy
thought she still was.
She might be. I'm not sure, but he's the one that got her into it, and she was staying at his house with him after the trial, doing all that.
Fucking unbelievable, right? He was hitting it.
I heard Baez might have been, but I don't know. I can't say for sure, obviously.
Oh, I guarantee you Baez did. You know
I'm sure. Yeah.
Wasn't she fucking one of the cops in the case? I'm pretty sure it was a detective or a cop.
Yeah, Jerry Lyons or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Can you imagine?
Yeah, Patrick McKenna. That's his name. Patrick McKenna.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah, Dershowitz got all kinds of weird shit on his record. He's one of those Epstein Island fucking characters, man. Very strange individual, that guy.
Who?
Alan Dershowitz. He's a famous appeals lawyer.
Him I'm fully familiar with.
Yeah, Dershowitz. Yeah, he's a douche. I don't like that guy particularly, but he was just an appeals lawyer. He was just doing stuff on the record. So if he got convicted, they would fight the appeal and use him. Basically, that's all that was. But the reason, Shapiro was really smart because the team that he ensembled on there was basically when he picked up Alan Dershowitz on that case to do the appeals for him. It was smart because at that time, Dershowitz was running around on all the news networks, trashing him left and right. So how did he get him to shut him up? He hired him.
Good idea, I guess.
Of course. I mean, you have the main investigator when they used Dr. Henry Lee, the #1 leading forensics probably person in the entire country at that time, came through during the trial and basically said, upon his investigation of all the evidence, that there was something completely wrong. And I'll give Jeff a little clue about some shit that's coming. Let me tell you something right now. When they did the original grand jury hearings, the preliminaries before the trial started, right? So when they did the autopsies on Nicole Brown Simpson's body and Ron Goldman's bodies, the original autopsy done obviously by the LA County coroners, okay? The person that performed the autopsy during the preliminary hearing stated on record from his examination of both bodies that there were 2 different knives used to kill both of these people. Okay? This is his testimony in court during the preliminaries, all right? Well, do you know what happened during the trial?
What?
Guess who was never called?
Who?
The person that did the fucking autopsies that said there was 2 different knives being used.
Oh, for real?
Yes. And you want to know who did do the testimony?
Who?
The head of the fucking LA County Coroner's Department that didn't do any of the investigations, who upon cross-examination by Shapiro stated, how long have you been working for the LA County Coroner's Office? And I think at the time the guy was working there for like 30 or 35 years. And he says, have you ever testified in a trial, in a murder trial for an autopsy or hearing of any of that sort, to give testimony when the person who did the autopsies, the coroner that did the medical examinations, was available in your 30, 35 years of experience? You know what his answer was?
What?
Of course it was no. Why the fuck? Why would you have this guy who didn't do the autopsies, who didn't do the medical examinations, testify in the trial? Well, the answer is because that guy testified that there was 1 knife and 1 killer. But that directly was contradictory to his lead coroner who did the autopsies and the medical examinations, who said there was 2 different knives used to kill these 2 people. There's 2 killers.
That's crazy.
It's the same thing that Dr. Henry Lee said when he did the examinations, and he got crossed by the prosecution, and he told them something's wrong. That's a famous statement that he made. Something wrong.
Something wrong.
Well, yeah, he had broken English, a Chinese guy. But it was a funny thing that, it was like, SNL was doing shit on and stuff like that, all sorts of stuff. It's a famous statement that he made in court,
Yeah.
I'll tell him something else that he's not going to be able to answer. All right. So obviously when OJ goes to do the civil trial, right? A week after the civil trial commenced, the federal government made a statement that the Department of Justice, the feds, will no longer be getting involved in civil litigations for any state-based case. Okay. Now, they had already had this ruling set up before the O.J. Simpson trial, but why is it that they testified during that trial for the civil litigation? Right after the O.J. Simpson trial commenced, guess what they found out, and guess who got impeached, fired, and indicted?
Oh.
The head of the forensics department for the DOJ, where the blood samples were sent, that the prosecution used as evidence during the trial. And you want to know why? Because they had been falsifying thousands of DNA cases to convict criminals, and they had to overturn hundreds of cases afterwards. All right. And upon the investigation and inspection of the DNA, the blood vials, Nicole Simpson's and Ron Goldman's, that was sent, they sent them to 3 different places. One of them was called Cellmark. One of them was to the Department of Justice outside of Washington, and another one was the LA County office or whatever. Guess what they found inside the reference vials of Nicole Simpson's blood DNA and Ron Goldman's DNA?
What?
O.J. Simpson's blood, cross-contamination.
Oh, shit.
Now, so here you go. You got a serious problem here. If you're gonna rely on a case that's based on DNA, and don't forget, this was one of the first cases in American history, I believe, that DNA was ever used. All right. And when you go back, it was early 1990s. It was one of the first trials. I mean, they sat there and talked to the jury for, I think it was something like 2 weeks or something like that straight about DNA. So I'll give you another clue. As you know, if you cut your finger today, right, and you drop blood on your driveway outside of your home, right, and they collected that DNA that same day, and they sent it out to the lab and they did testing on it, right? And they came back and you would get a reading on it, okay? Now, don't forget that this was, I believe it was June. It was a summer, all right? Blood had been out there for several hours, all morning up and through half the day before it was collected. It was then put into a van that they admitted during trial that the coolers weren't working in. I believe they said the van was getting in excess of 100 degrees, which everybody knows what's the number one thing that ruins DNA?
Heat.
Exactly. Heat and exposure to the air. So tell me why when they tested the blood that was collected the day of the murders, why the infamous blood on the back gate that they didn't collect until almost a month later. I think the murders were early June. They went back and allegedly found there's 2 drops of blood on the back gate that they linked to OJ.
Match?
Well, no. It matched, but guess what was the difference between the blood that was outside in the weather, it was subject to rain, subject to summer days, to heat, everything for almost a month when those 2 drops are collected. Guess which blood had more concentration of DNA? The shit that was collected that day or that blood drop a month later?
The blood drop a month later?
100%.
Yeah.
Guess on the photographs of that back gate, what weren't on there the day that they took those photos? 2 drops of blood on that back gate. They weren't there in any of the evidence.
Oh, really?
Pictures.
Oh, so
No.
this is some making a murderer shit. You think they put it there?
Oh, of course, yeah. They planted so much shit, just like that bloody glove. That bloody glove was planted by Furman. They proved it during the trial.
The bloody glove wasn't there originally?
No. I believe Furman planted it there. Or listen, during the preliminary hearings, Mark Furman did what we call a Freudian slip. When he was being asked by, I don't know if it was Shapiro or if Johnny Cochran was on the case at that time. It might have been F. Lee Bailey, actually, that got him. Yeah, F. Lee Bailey slipped him up, actually. He asked Furman when he saw the gloves, and Mark Furman, you know what he said? He said, I saw them. He didn't say the glove. He said, I saw them, talking about at Nicole's house.
Oh, shit.
Why would you say you saw them, 2 gloves, if you just saw one there and one at OJ's? Why would you say I saw them?
Good point.
Ron Goldman was 25 years old. The guy had pretty much bruised knuckles and hands, and the bottom soles of his feet were sliced up with knives. What does that mean? The guy was throwing punches and kicks at the attacker. OJ Simpson had 2 little cuts in between his ring finger and his pinky finger, which he came from a broken glass after he got the news of the murders in his hotel room. And when they went up to the hotel room, what did they find in his fucking hotel sink? Blood drops in the broken glass that he claimed he threw down in the bathroom. You know what I mean? So this is just a little taste. I got way more, buddy. So you don't even have enough time to go Google this shit, but go ahead. Good luck.
I'm gonna watch some stuff in the next day or 2. Well, tonight and Saturday.
Watch the Court TV OJ 25 series. It's 25 episodes, about an hour long. They were the only people to cover that trial gavel to gavel.
Yeah, I'll watch some of it.
It's great. Yeah, it's really good.
I'll watch some of it in preparation for Sunday night.
Sure.
I can't wait, bro. I'm so fucking excited.
Yeah, I mean, I said earlier in the chat too, you know, OJ wear a size 12, 13 shoe. I mean, anybody that has a tape measure, most people wear a size 9, 10, some people wear an 11, whatever. Go grab your tape measure and measure the sole of your shoe. The square pavers in the walkway where they were murdered, they had a footprint, a one clear footprint. They claim came from this Bruno Mali shoe, right?
Yeah.
Well, the problem is that the pavers were only 10.5 inches square. You can't fit a size 12 or 13 shoe that they claim OJ wore inside of a 10.5 inch paver, buddy.
No,
it's impossible. Right. So there's tons of shit like this. This is only a few things. I got a million things. A million. But this is why he was acquitted. See, if people watch the news every night and weren't, you got to remember that the jurors were the only people that heard every single fucking piece of that trial. It was the longest trial in American history. They weren't getting anything unfiltered. They were sequestered in their rooms. They weren't influenced by the news. They were only privy and witness to anything that they heard in court. You understand? If you watch the nightly news every night, why do you think everybody in Middle America couldn't believe that OJ got acquitted? It's because they watched the news every night and they were on there bashing him, saying how bad it was for him in court.
The news is going to go out of their way to make him look guilty, of course.
Yeah, of course. So that's why there's this big uproar in Middle America. Like, oh my God, how the fuck could you find this guy innocent? We know he did it. We watch TV every night. We watch the news when we got home from work. Of course he fucking did it. Well, all the people that were in court said he didn't.
Well, you know what I want to do Sunday night? Before you guys even come on, I'm going to do a little poll, I think. I'm going to see who the fuck, thinks he did it, who thinks he didn't do it. And then I want to see by the time you two are done, if anybody changed their minds.
Yeah, no problem.
You know what I mean? That'll be good.
Listen, I'm not here to change anyone's mind. At the end of the day, listen, people are going to think what they want. But it's interesting to hear, obviously. Yeah, after people find out, information about stuff that they don't know anything about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Nancy Grace said he did it. Nancy Grace said everybody did everything. Fucking cunt pig.
Oh, that lady's a fucking dumb bitch, dude. I can't stand Nancy
fucking hate
Grace.
that slut.
That's fucking. I call her Nancy Disgrace. That's what I call her.
Me too. I've been calling her that for a couple of years.
She's pathetic. That woman's a fucking crackpot.
You ever see, bro? Go check out YouTube. Nancy Grace, Opie, and Anthony, and see what they did to her. It was beautiful. Beautiful.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah.
Called her out.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Well, listen,
But-
man. Thank you for coming on. Oh, do you have something to say? Go ahead.
No. Yeah. Just send me a text. I'll be around whenever.
Yeah, 8:00 Sunday night. If that's
I'm not
good.
even gonna look. I'll tell you. I'm not even gonna look at anything. I'll put it to you like that.
Oh, I
I'm gonna
believe you.
Google it.
Well, you got a fucking memory like nobody I've ever met before. You don't need to brush up on anything. So
I might just forget a name or two. Maybe I'll just look up the name of one or two of the witnesses that I forgot about, but that's about it.
Oh yeah, that's reasonable.
I heard somebody earlier mention the book, the If I Did It book or whatever that they wrote that they sensationalized in there, like his confession, and they did that stupid Fox TV thing with that whatever the fuck her name. Do you know who the writer of that book was? The guy Pablo Fendraez. This asshole. So this asshole Pablo Fendraez was the ghostwriter for that book, that bullshit book. If I Did It book or whatever. What they don't tell anybody is that OJ didn't get any money off that. That the whole book, the money and everything, that was all for his kids. His kids were the ones that told him to do it to get the money. It was all they were the sole benefactors of that book.
Oh, really?
So this wasn't,
that's what you meant in the chat earlier. I gotcha.
Yeah. So when people are like, "Oh, OJ wrote this book for this confession," like, no, his kids told him to fucking do that. They were the sole benefactor because you have to remember that OJ had a $33 million lawsuit levied against him when he lost the civil suit. So he couldn't get any money in legally regardless. They would have garnished all his wages and gave it to the Goldman and Brown family. So he couldn't make money off it unless the only money he could get would be in like a duffel bag, so to speak. You know what I mean? In cash. Yeah. So his kids were the sole benefactors of that. But anyways, this asshole Pablo Fendraez, the ghostwriter of that book, was one of the witnesses in the trial. All right. Now this guy, I don't know if you remember, but he was the witness that testified when they clocked the approximate time of the murders. And this is where I'm going to really nail this guy. And he's not going to be able to answer it, but I'm not going to give it away right now. He's the one that clocked the time of the murders by saying that there was this the sound of the howling of a dog barking, which pinpointed the murders between whatever time it was. I'm not gonna state that right now. He'll have to do his research on that. Long story short, when they looked into what Pablo Fendraez did for a living, guess what this guy did for a living?
What?
He was a screenwriter. All right. And during the investigation, Patrick McKenna and one of their other defense investigators found out that two of his docuseries dramas, so to speak, the TV things he was trying to get produced by HBO at the time. Guess what the two opening scenes were for fucking two of the scripts that he wrote?
What?
The howling sound of a dog barking. No bullshit. That's how they started. Yeah, the same testimony that he gave in time to pinpoint the time of the murders during the trial. All right, there's just so much shit like that I'll bring out on Sunday. He's not gonna be able to answer it, but I'll let him scramble and try to figure that out. So
yeah, I'm looking forward to it, bro. I can't wait. Is the poll in the chat? I put a poll in the fucking chat. Did OJ do it? But I can't see it. Is it there? Where the fuck is the poll? What the fuck? Does anybody see it? Because I don't. Can you see it coming?
What's that?
Oh, yeah, it's at the top. Okay. I could see it on my computer, not my phone. 75% yes, he did it so far.
Fair enough.
God damn. Well, 25% no, yeah. 75% yes, 23, 77% yes, 23% no. 71, 29. Okay, this is good shit, man. Well, listen, thank you for coming on and agreeing to this. I'm going to make a dope-ass thumbnail, and we will have the main event Sunday night.
I look forward to it.
Yeah, me too.
Shoot me a message or whatever. So I don't think I'll forget, but just remind me.
Oh, I will, definitely.
All right.
All right, bro. Thank you, man.
All right, everybody. Ciao. Have a good night. Good weekend, everyone. See you Sunday.
All right, bro. Peace. We're at 71-29. Okay, 71-29. Wait a minute. Let me get back here. Where the fuck did it go? Oh, wait. What? It's changing. 63% yes, 30. It's moving too quickly. 63% yes, 37% no. I am shocked. I think common already changed some people's minds. I do. 60 yes, 40 no, 62 yes, 38 no. Oh shit. Oh, this is going to be good. I'm going to do some major promotion and advertising. First of all, let me get to my man Jason Mikesell. Bro, you didn't have to do that again, man. I appreciate you. Isn't it a shame, bro? I got to rely on the same fucking people. $25 for OJ did it. The case has issues, but he did it, bro. Listen, man, I don't know half that shit Common knows, but I still say he did it. I still say he did it. Maybe I'm brainwashed into believing that. But I think that's what most people think. 60-40 right now. Thank you for that, Jason, my man. And let me go to my... Oh, that shit. The fuck did my computer just do? Look like he kicked me off completely. Common said, see you Sunday later, everyone. Okay. Shane Smith. It's been a while. Good to see you. 1183. Dr. Henry Lee was found to be a liar. He was guilty of fabricating evidence, sending innocent people to prison. The Michael Peterson case showed he was for sale. Oh, yeah. So a lot of you guys know a lot of shit about this. I do not. Not this case. Not this case. I could debate for hours on the Casey Anthony thing, without a doubt. But not this. Thank you, Shane Smith. I appreciate that very much, brother. All right, Nico, he wrote a book called If I Did It, where he describes how he did it. Yeah, I know. I'm looking through some comments, see if there's anything I got to put up. All right, well, listen, guys, I'm going to end it for tonight because it's 11:30. Thank you to the few people who donated. I appreciate you very much. Don't ever think I don't. Make sure I got everybody. Alcoholic again. Bobby Barbarian, member for 18 months. Modern Day Pinocchio, 99 cents. And Albert the Truth Telling Alligator. That brings me up to a total of $17 in super chats. Actually, it's Australian, so it's like $11. But thank you guys anyway. And I got a little cash. I got about $100. I ain't bitching. All right. Thank you guys for everything. See you Sunday. Get ready and have your fucking wallets open and your credit cards all put into YouTube and set up a Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, whatever you need to do. But the donations should be flying. This was a brilliant idea from FBS, and it'll be wildly entertaining. I love you all, and until next time, salute.